Hello, Steve here. I'm gonna have shoulder surgery tomorrow. I'm 61 years old. Uh, Getting the right shoulder replaced. Been arthritic, getting steadily worse since about 2000. Today's October 17, 2021. So, limited range of motion. Can't reach behind. Don't reach across too well. Still pretty active, playing ice hockey still and golf. Um, so we'll see how it goes. We'll check in later this week and see how the recovery goes. Hello. Yeah, day after surgery, came home, had the arm in a sling for all day, and yesterday I was unable to even lift my arm like this. Couldn't do that, or even my elbow. So that was interesting. That was due to the nerve block. That wore off about 4:30 in the morning, so I could feel that in my shoulder. A lot of pain. Got up and took a Percocet. Went back to sleep. Actually went back to work today. So, but I work from home, so that's no real big accomplishment. But yeah, working today, and took my arm out of the sling. It just feels better to do some small movements. I'll probably put some more ice on the shoulder tonight and so you can keep the swelling down. But feeling good so far, so don't really notice any bad effects. But yeah, day after surgery, so things are going well so far. We'll see how it goes from here. I all had surgery Monday. Today's Wednesday, October 20th. A little more stiff today. So today it hurts to really try to pick my arm up like this. I can pick it up with the other arm. That's not too bad, but a bit of swelling. Yeah. Uh, Work today. Took a Percocet right after work. That seemed to help. Also had a nap. A little tired. Uh, Looking forward to get past these kind of initial days. Sleeping. Slept on my left side. That didn't seem to be a problem. So just slept on my left side on both nights. That felt okay. Uh, Trying to get off the Percocet as soon as I can. Uh, took Taking one pill before bedtime. That's about it. So, but yeah, looking forward to when this thing starts feeling a little more normal. Did a few of my exercises, but yeah, it's gonna be slow going. So anyway, that's about it for today. Hey y'all, it's Friday. Had the surgery on Monday. Um, didn't make a video yesterday. Not too much change. No longer on pain meds. Starting to feel a little more energy. Now it's mainly the issue. The arm is sore to raise it up. I actually did have the surgery, so. But yeah, it's going to be slow going, I think, getting the mobility back. So starting the physical therapy a week from Monday. Finishing up the last of the meds, the Celebrex and one other anti-inflammatory. Should be done by this Monday, so I think I'm pretty much past all the medicine I have to take for this. Been doing ice at night. Feels like I got enough strength in the mobility that I do have. Doesn't feel weak at all, so interesting. Sleeping's going fine. Pretty much just lay on my left side, so that feels good. Nothing too much else, so we'll see as this progresses along. Hey, Steve here again. So it's Monday. I had the surgery a week ago. So observations that I have made, it's starting to feel a little better. I can move my arm around a little bit more. I don't feel real weak. I can pick things up. It feels okay. There's quite a bit of swelling in my arm. I've noticed I've actually laid down on the couch and put my arm up to elevate it to kind of help take down some of that swelling. But it just feels like things are pooling in my arm. So that's coming along. But still not able to move it around a lot. Of course, it's only been a week. I've looked around at some of the videos on YouTube on the recovery, and there seems to be quite a bit of confusion on the recovery. I've seen people post that they're doing all kinds of things within 2 weeks, and they're hurting themselves. And the doctors that come on don't seem to recognize what's going on with the recovery. I don't know if this is more if you have to rely on your PT people more or what, but shoulder recovery seems to be a bit of a unique thing. So I will have PT coming up a week from today. I'll see how that goes. Now, I've had both my knees replaced and a hip replaced. And I've done PT for mainly the knees. That the hip really didn't have anything. But what I've found is you have to keep in mind what your goal is. If it's to stretch it to a certain degree or whatever, you have to kind of take steps to get toward that goal. And that's where physical therapy can help you get there. But it looks like some people knock themselves out doing these things. Others do not do as much, therefore they don't get the benefit out of it. Could go either way. As I approach my physical therapy for my shoulder, I'm going to keep in mind that my goal is to raise my arm above my head and kind of move my arm toward the back and have some flexibility there. I'm not really too worried about the strengthening such. I work out with weights. I intend to get back to the weights. I'm not going to do heavy weights or anything like that. I have to go basically by how I feel. So when I'm doing particular exercises, I can tell when things are hurting and when things feel like they're hurting in the right way. I'm not hurting myself to do them. So you have to use your own judgment. But I think this is very difficult for people who have not done a lot of exercise themselves. So maybe they go in and they try to just rigorously do these exercises because they're told they should do them. I'm not sure. So, but yeah, the thing I found on some of the YouTube videos is this physical therapy with the shoulder is all over the place. So hopefully, as I go through some of this stuff and do some of the physical therapy, I can be of benefit to somebody else who's had a shoulder replacement. So I'm going through it right now. I've had great results with all of my surgeries. I still play ice hockey, golf, have no issues walking. My knees and hip feel great. I've had my left knee now 24 years and my right knee 14 years. So they're showing no signs of wearing out or doing anything like that. And I've been pretty active on them, not doing any street running or anything like that. So anyway, we'll see how it goes. Like I said, it's Monday, October 25, 2021, and I had the surgery a week ago. I got my checkup with my surgeon on this Friday coming up, and we'll see what he says. But I'm not going to let anybody tell me what I should, uh, where I need to be on this shoulder stuff. I know it's a process, and I realize that you have to kind of keep in mind for what you think you need to be, where you need to be on this stuff. You have to use your own judgment a bit. Don't just rely on somebody to tell you exactly what you need to do, because most people don't know. And I would include both doctors and physical therapists in that realm. So, shoulder recovery, I think it's a tricky thing. It's probably not a one size fits all. And um, one thing very frustrating I saw in a couple of videos, they'll have some young person on this, and they're demonstrating the exercises that you should do, and they haven't even had the shoulder replacement. They're just walking them through the motions. So very frustrating for somebody who's had the shoulder replacement, and then to watch that, that is not realistic. So anyway, more videos to come. Hopefully this was informative, and if you want to post on the comments below, I'll take a look and see what I think. Bye. Hi all, Steve here again today. So it's October 28th. Been 10 days since the surgery. So coming along, I've started doing some stretching, trying to get some vertical height on this arm. I can't really pick it up too well, a little bit. There's some pain in the front here. But I can pick it up with the other arm and go fairly on a pretty good range there. Still kind of tight, so anticipating some physical therapy next week. I go see my surgeon tomorrow and talk about what's going on. So that's all well and good. A couple of things. I've noticed sleeping. When I go to bed, arm feels fine. I go sleep, and then I'll wake up about, I don't know, 4:30 in the morning or so. And yeah, it'll be really sore right in there. I don't know if there's a muscle that's pulling or what, but it gets a little bit intense. I generally get up and sort of try to stretch it out. I don't seem to be able to stretch it out while I'm laying there, so I have to get up, and it seems to quiet down after that and get back to sleep. But not taking any pain meds. That's going okay. One thing I did notice in my forearm, it's got a sore spot like right in here. I don't know if that's some swelling, maybe some fluid that have gone in there, but it doesn't hurt like if I flex my arm, but it hurts to the touch. So I'll probably ask the doctor about that, what's going on there. But yeah, I'm missing my ice hockey. I'd like to get back and start playing as soon as I can. I can tell this shoulder's got a ways to go to heal up and get things going on it. So I tried doing a little bit of sort of wall push-ups. I mean, really not much pressure on the shoulders at all, but that did feel good. But that was some pretty light stuff. I only did a few of those, but I do want to start getting to some weight resistance exercises on this shoulder. I've done a lot of bench pressing in the past, but I'm really prone to, I want to get some workouts in. So anyway, that's kind of the goal. We'll see how everything goes, but yeah, 10 days after surgery, coming along. I don't know. We'll see how it goes from here. I anticipate the sleep will get better as we go on here, but we'll see how it goes. So I am making these videos in case anybody else is going through a shoulder replacement that is maybe in my situation. I'm 61 years old. I've been active my whole life, so if somebody else is in this same type of situation, these are maybe some of the things that you can expect. This is a reverse shoulder replacement, so we'll go from there. Bye. Hey, Steve here. It's Halloween 2021. So it's been 13 days since I've had the surgery. It's starting to come along. I'm starting to get some flexibility back. Can actually raise my arm up a bit. Getting there. And hold it out to the side. That doesn't feel too bad. Muscles are still kind of sore through here, but getting a bit of flexibility back. I had my follow-up visit Friday, a couple of days ago, and one of the surgeons in there said everything looked good. It was coming along. Kind of an interesting story. When I went in there to have the follow-up visit, so I go in, sit down. They say, okay, come on back, and they took x-rays of the shoulder. So I go back for x-rays, and the x-ray tech says, first thing I walk in, she's like, okay, we need to take x-rays, hold your arm out here. So I'm like, okay. She goes, no, I need that higher. So I'm like, okay, that's about as high as I can go. She goes, oh, okay, well, let's just take that then. And so they took the x-rays and got through that. But yeah, they didn't seem to have any problems with anybody having a shoulder replacement coming in there for x-rays. But yeah, doc said everything looked good. Did find out that they did reattach my bicep to a different spot, so I have to watch how much weight I lift with that arm. He told me no more than 3 pounds, so generally that, I don't know, I'll have to keep an eye on that. I want that to heal well. I don't want to have a detached bicep. Actually, I have that on the other arm, but that was from lifting a few years back. So anyway, things are going well. I'm supposed to schedule some physical therapy this week. I'll do that. We'll see what they say on their first assessment. But feels like things are moving along here. So we'll see how things go as I progress. So later. Hey y'all. Yeah, Wednesday, November 3rd, I did call for physical therapy yesterday. Apparently, everybody's in for physical therapy. So the next appointment they had for me was, I think it was Monday, November 22nd. So that will be a little ways off. So looks like I'm kind of on my own for physical therapy at this point. So anyway, the stretching I've been doing seems to be paying off. At this point, I can actually raise my arm up pretty good. So that's an improvement. Still a lot of tightness through here, but as I stretch it, I kind of have a rafter on the ceiling and just sort of hang my arm from there and try to stretch and straighten it out more. So that seems to be helping. I do enjoy the weightlifting, so I'm trying to look at ways to get back into that. Started doing real light wall push-ups, just kind of leaning against the wall and sort of pushing off of it a little bit. Nothing too strenuous. I have some stretch bands too, and I started trying those. I usually use a heavier duty one for doing my shoulders, but in the package it also came with a 3-pound stretch band, which is pretty light. So I hooked that up and was pulling that to kind of get a slight bit of resistance on the arm. What I did notice was I was fairly weak in various areas. Probably the strongest was when I was pulling this way. The weakest was when I tried to do one of the hamstring pulls, and that was to the right. So if I were just trying to turn my arm out that way, it was really weak going that way. So I'll have a lot of work to do with that. So that's coming along. I did want to get back into doing curls. They did tell me that since I did reattach my bicep that I have to really watch the weight on curls. I used to curl with an Olympic bar, and I would curl with 95 pounds. Even if I take the weights off, that bar is 45 pounds, which is still heavier than I want to go at this point. So I ordered a curling bar, and that's 19 pounds just the bar by itself. So I think that's a good starting point. I'll probably the bar is supposed to come in Friday. I'll start doing some curls with that and see how that feels. So anyway, I think between the stretching and everything, I'll be able to get the flexibility back for at least raising my arm up. My goal is to get the tightness that runs through here out of it. Sleeping's been getting pretty good at night. I don't really have a lot of issues with that. Still sleeping on my left side. I really can't sleep on my right side. So that's where we are. It's been 2 weeks and 2 days since I've had the surgery. Had the surgery on October 18th. So anyway, that's where we are. It's December 11th, 2021. Been almost 8 weeks since I've had the shoulder surgery. Things are coming along pretty well. So I did have a follow-up visit with my surgeon, talked about the recovery. I've been looking to get back into hockey in January. I got the go-ahead for that. I've been doing my rehab exercises pretty much on my own. I did go to one rehab session and found out I was doing about everything that they were going to have me do. So I've been working on the strengthening, the stretching, doing some curls, tricep press downs, few exercises like that. I have the stretchy bands and things like that. As you can see, getting pretty good flexibility. It's my right arm, so I can bring it up, back. I do have some arthritis in my elbow, so I can't straighten that out all the way. That's why that looks a little different, but things are good. The pain subsiding. So scheduling my first skate for New Year's Eve morning. So I'll be back on the ice playing hockey again. So looking forward to that. Probably do some indoor golf type stuff. Shoulder feels good for that. So yeah, I think this has been a success. I can still feel my shoulder in certain movements depending on what I do. Get a little bit of pain up on the front side, some on the back side a little bit, but that seems to be lessening quite a bit. So I would say it's a success. I wouldn't, for me, since I've worked out all of my most adult life, the recovery and stuff is pretty normal stuff to me. I would recommend anybody else getting the surgery to make your shoulder as strong as you can before the surgery, and then kind of begin with light rehab immediately after the surgery. Just movement, different things like that, and see how it goes. So anyway, I think this is going to be my last video on this subject, since I'll be mostly back after this. So I wish anyone else well who's having this surgery. I had the reverse shoulder replacement. Seems to be going about as expected. So that's it. Hey y'all, Steve here again. It's Tuesday, January 4th. Thought I would do one last video on this shoulder recovery. I went back Friday and played hockey. Also played hockey on Sunday. Shoulder felt great. I was able to reach out with my hockey stick. Everything feels real good. So just wanted to kind of conclude this series. Getting really good range of motion with my shoulder. I can reach up. Looks like recovery will keep going. Just wanted to kind of conclude this with kind of a summary. The recovery was from surgery on October 18th. I went through the stuff and just did my own rehab, pretty much hitting the weights and the stretching, and that seemed to take care of everything. If anybody does have any questions on the recovery or what it's like or any of that for this is a reverse shoulder replacement, you can put in the comments below. I'll respond to comments once you see that. And I hope this video has been helpful for anyone contemplating shoulder surgery. Advice I would give is don't wait too long. Don't let your muscles atrophy to the point where your shoulder is extremely weak before the surgery. In all of the surgeries I've had both knees and a hip and now a shoulder. I got everything in as good a shape as I could before I had the surgery, and that seemed to really help with the recoveries. I've talked to people that have waited way too long. Their muscles have atrophied, and it's really hard to come back and rehab after the surgery to build that back up. I know I got a little ways to go on the shoulder here. I can always still tell I've had surgery in the shoulder, so it's not absolutely pain-free. I can feel it here and there, but it is definitely better than it was before. So hope this video has been helpful, and if you have any comments or questions below, I'll respond to those. Thank you.